All right, the clock has struck 6, and so that means that this poker sesh is going. It's on. It's happening. I'm sure of it. I'm 100% sure of it. Bart's in the other room monitoring levels. At some point tonight, I can guarantee you that he will be on my lap playing with my knobs because something is going to happen. So we got a guest tonight, or 2 or 3, I don't know. We've got some guest. They're calling from a poker house. It's this guy, Randall Graves, nice guy. I met him for a moment. He lives with some poker dudes, I think, and there's some sort of like poker headmaster. Why is this guy making fun of the music? What are they talking about? You don't like the Jello Biafra? How can you not like Jello Biafra? Who is this guy? I yake shit tut. Fucking A, man. Great stories about Jello Biafra. Jello Biafra used to mess with the cops in San Francisco by putting this substance on the doors of their cars. Oh, I can't remember what it's called, but they would put drugs in the substance, and then they put it on the door of the car. And then when the police officer would touch the door of the car, they would get stoned. And this is something that they used to do. Jello Biafra is the greatest. All right, well, next time I'll play. I mean, I got some Captain and Tennille. I yake shit tut. I got that. I got something like that. So anyway, we got this guy coming on, Randall Graves. And there's some sort of headmaster who runs this poker house, and his name is Kid Poker. And, wait, I got a call. I don't know if this is the Randall Graves guy or not. Let's see. Poker Sesh.
Hey, what's up, Limon? This is Jason from Las Vegas. How you doing?
Jason from Las Vegas.
Yes, sir.
Are you the guest on tonight's show?
Maybe. I don't know.
You are now. Well, we got another guest. His name's Randall Graves. When he calls in, I can just put him right on. So
cool.
It's not a
All right,
problem.
Well, I'll make it quick, and then you can have him on. Hey, I was just wondering if I could get your thoughts on investments outside of poker and outside of the casino. I've been playing poker for full-time for a couple of years now, and I've got a decent-sized bankroll, and I'm wondering what your advice would be, either to just keep continuing playing poker or any, kind of supplemental income ideas you had outside of poker.
Well, your initial investment should be in yourself. As long as you really love poker and you really like putting in massive hours and you're winning, you should pour your poker earnings back into making more money playing poker. Because that actual the window for that is not super long for most people. For most people, you're not going to be able to pull the all-nighters and always be on the search out for great games and drop everything at the drop of a hat to play long poker sessions. That shit just ain't going to go on forever. So, but while you can, you really should. You just pour the money into poker. You're investing in yourself, and it's a good investment because you're doing something you love and you can put tons and tons of hours into. Now, at such time when you start winding down your poker career a little, or even during your poker career, if you just have too much money. Oh, here's Randall Graves. I'm going to put him on, but I'm going to keep talking to you. Hey, Randall. Hey, how you doing? I'm talking to this dude Jason right now. Just hang out with us. Maybe you'll have some input. So I'm telling the kid Jason what to do with his money, and I'm telling him, yeah, if you love poker, it should all go into poker, like we just discussed. If you have too much money in your poker bankroll, which does happen, that sounds crazy, but it does happen because sometimes the next biggest game doesn't get you anything. There's a point of diminishing returns, depending on where you live, and maybe you don't want to move to another city, or maybe the next biggest game doesn't run often enough. But I would say if your bankroll gets too big, like you just have too much money sitting in the cage, which does happen, just doing nothing for you, not at work at all for you, or if you're winding down like the really sick hours part of your poker career, I'm going to play for 12-hour sessions, 14-hour session part of your poker career. I'm going to play 7 days a week. I'm going to play overnighters. If you're winding that down, the first thing you want to do is buy property. And I mean, by buy property, I'm not talking about buying investment property. I'm talking about buying a home, but it will also serve as investment property. So what you want to do is you can buy up to 4 units. This is California I'm talking about, but it's probably the same in your state. I don't know. You'd have to look into the actual laws. And it can still be considered a single-family household. You can get special first-time home buyer deal, special rates. And so you're just going to buy a 4-unit, 3-unit. 4-unit would be the best, 3-unit if you can. You're going to buy something that has multiple units. You're going to buy a multiple-unit property in the worst neighborhood that you can actually see yourself living in. And then you're just going to rake in the profits because in the very, very beginning, you won't make any money. The thing will not be cash flow positive. Probably you might get super lucky and it would be cash flow positive. But in the very beginning, it's very unlikely to be cash flow positive. But it doesn't matter because you're getting utility from having a place to live and having the money that you would normally pay in rent go into equity in this property. It's going to, within 5 to 7 years, you'll be cash flowing very well out of a property. I mean, according to all historical real estate data. And then, you'll have equity, you'll be cash flowing, and it'll end up being like the best decision you ever made. So those are the two things. We don't really need to go beyond that, I don't think. Is that good, Jason?
Yeah, that's cool. Thanks, Abe. I'm really enjoying the podcast. Keep it up.
Yeah, enjoy your call.
All right, thanks.
All right, there goes Jason, and now we got Randall. Randall, how you doing?
Lyman, what's up? I'm here with the headmaster.
Wow, is that your actual voice?
Yep.
No.
Everyone asked me that.
That is impossible. That is completely fucking impossible. You sound like you're in like a rap song or something like.
No, they say it sounds like when there's like a witness footage and they don't want to be identified.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. And so you're there with the other guy, Kid Dynamite. Is that right?
Yes, that's him.
Headmaster Dynamite.
So do you guys have actual names, or do you guys want to go by Randall Graves and Kid Dynamite? I'm fine.
I would rather go by Randall.
Yeah, Chad's fine with me.
Randall and Chad. So Chad's Kid Dynamite and Randall is his protege.
Yes.
All right. So here's what I know, because I mean I'm a serious journalist. I'm a serious interviewer. So I like
Absolutely.
I'm not like some of these fucking quacks out there who just go on the fly. I research my guests.
All right.
So from the research I got, Kid Poker, Chad, is, some sort of like Machiavellian headmaster who has like a team of poker underlings, sort of like maybe like a Oliver Twist type thing, who run around town sort of. He stakes them, and they run around town sort of, robbing from Peter with their poker skills to give to Paul, the master of the domain. Kid Poker, Kid Dynamite. Is that? Did I read that right? Did my research pay off there, or am I way off base?
I really like that analogy. Actually, you're not too far off.
And so, how many, Mr. Chad? How many horses you got in your stable?
Currently, I think I have like 9 right now.
Holy fuck! How can that possibly work? This is going to be good. So, and you guys all live in the same house?
Well, not 9 of us. That would be absurd. So, we have, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
7 in the poker pad. And what about do people like the guys who aren't in the poker pad, do they aspire to be in the poker pad, or have they escaped from the poker pad?
It's like a 6-bedroom house, so there's not really any more room for people in the poker pad. It's closed right now.
And you guys are in I want to say don't tell me because I did my research. You guys are in Maryland.
Ding ding ding.
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Fuck these other hosts. Fuck them. I try to listen to their podcasts. They don't do anything. Yes. I'm so proud of myself. I remembered something. All right. So you guys are in Maryland and you're playing live poker. Is that right?
Yep.
And so you're mostly playing at Maryland Live. Is that right?
Yeah. Super close. We live like 2 minutes away.
So Maryland Live is not a giant place. When they see like this whole fucking poker crew come running in, is it like locusts? You just take over the casino?
The room is really packed. I mean, we never have to play at the same table. There's probably 40 tables going right now.
Right.
So not really.
Wow, that's amazing. So nobody knows, like nobody says like, oh fucking A, here comes fucking Kid Dynamite and his little group of fucking weary travelers are gonna bust all the tables. Nobody's saying that shit.
No, I mean people know, but no one's saying that. I mean, we're playing different games. I might have 9 different guys, but I'm going to have some guys playing 2-5, and there's infinite 2-5 tables running.
Right.
And then I have people playing 5-10, and then me and one other guy play the 10 1/4.
Right. And so, how does this work, Randall? How did you find this Kid Poker guy? I mean, this Kid Dynamite Chad guy. How did you find him?
I actually met him down in Atlantic City at the Borgata through a mutual friend of ours, and this was always something I wanted to do. And he was accepting new applicants to get stakes, so I applied on 2+2 and went from there.
Does he say things to you like, I can make you a star, kid?
I haven't been on the casting couch yet, no.
Because this sounds suspiciously like a pimp arrangement. You just come to my house and everything's going to be okay.
One of my horses, his mom said that. He's like, my mom keeps calling you my pimp.
I love it. So you met him, and then he said you did a resume. What's on the resume for this?
It wasn't a resume. It was like an application. Like, what do you think your biggest strengths and weaknesses are as a poker player? What's your underwear size, stuff like that.
Is it an official application that you have to fill out? I'd like to see this thing.
I'm sure he can send it to you.
Oh, that's amazing. And is there an essay portion and a math portion, or?
Oh, yeah, fill one out, Limon. We'll see. I'll see if I can get you in one of these 2-5 games down here.
We could split my room if you want.
I 100% I would not be accepted. So you applied, and then you just pulled up stakes, and the next thing you know, you're in this poker house. Is that pretty much what happened?
I'm in the house. I go through some introductory coaching, and he just hands me $1,500 to go play 2-5 with. And Chad, did you go and look over their shoulder the first few sessions, or you just say run with it, kid?
Oh no. I mean specifically with Randall, I wasn't looking over his shoulder much early, but I have other people, they're reporting to me every day. The people that live with me, I'm not as worried about it.
Right.
They're going to live with me. They're going to, come back and they're coming home to me, baby. They're going to let me know how they did.
All right.
People that don't live with me, I do, make sure I look over their shoulder for the first, 4 or 5 sessions, make sure they're not doing anything really stupid, make sure they're understanding all the material I gave them. And then once they're understanding, once I see they have the basics down, then, I just give them the go ahead and they get to, to do whatever.
Do you, because this sort of, in all honesty, not joking around, this sort of sounds like the old blackjack teams.
Yeah, I agree.
This is the way they operate. I don't know if you ever read like one of the old blackjack books, like $1 Million Blackjack, Kenny Houston's team, but this is sort of how they operated. But one thing that they did do, and I don't know if you do this, but they polygraphed each other. Do you guys do that?
That wouldn't be a bad idea, actually. But no, that did not happen.
No it was because they didn't do it because they didn't trust each other. That's what he says. He says they did it because they just didn't ever want to have a fight about this stuff. Yeah.
I mean, I would recognize if someone's results weren't up to par and by their hand history, no one gets coolered some ridiculous amount of times,
right?
That they're just like losing because of variance at 2-5. There's so much free money. Your red line's going to be huge, and there's just like. I think my biggest downswing ever is 6 buy-ins.
What? What?
Sorry, at 2-5.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I've lost a lot more, but at 2-5, my biggest downswing is 6 buy-ins.
That's still pretty good.
If I see other people, no one's going to go on like a 20 buy-in downswing or anything like that. And if they were, I'm going to be really suspicious and probably, cut them off. But
so when you're just around the house, will the guy just be getting up in the morning, maybe grabbing an orange juice and you just like quick ace king, flop 3 4 5, check call or check fold. Do you just like pop quiz, buddy? You ever pull that shit on him?
Yeah, if he doesn't get the answer right, I grab his orange juice and I throw it in his face. No,
that's how you learn.
But I mean, truthfully, I mean, in regards to the polygraph thing, you have to have guys who have been disasters, absolute fucking disasters.
You know, I've done pretty well for the most part. I think part of it's just like a live read on the person. You look at their application, some of the things, like I ask, what's your biggest strength and weakness? I don't really care what your strengths are. You know, I'm asking that stuff to see if you're delusional or not, to see if you have weaknesses in your game, to see how realistic you are with your expectations of how you've performed. I'm not going to – no one who crushes live poker is just going to be like, hey, you want half my profit? You know, I'm expecting people who aren't big winners in the game, and I'm confident in my ability to coach them up and make them big winners in the game. So the screening process is mainly to get people who are honest, and I do a good job of that. So as far as people being like complete disasters, have I ever had them? Yeah, I've had two. Yeah, I've had two.
So tell me about these. I want to hear some stories. What's the huge disasters? What happened?
I had one guy. He had made like 76,000 so far, and it sounds really good.
Right.
Not a disaster so far. And he had like a 10K roll at this point, and I was letting him play in bigger games, and he started getting really into drugs, and he just dusted it.
Oof.
And, you know, and then after he dusted it, it's not like he came to me and was like, hey, I dusted off the whole roll. He just like kind of went nuts, and he's just like, hey, you know, I don't owe you that money anymore.
So was there ever like a fist fight in the house?
Oh, nothing anywhere near that. We all get along really well.
How long has this house been going?
Since almost a year in October.
Oh, Jesus Christ! Almost a year.
We've lived together since before then. We were at Borgata. I started this in Pittsburgh.
Right.
We left Pittsburgh and we went to Borgata. We were there for like maybe a year, and then we came here.
This is going to be a fun relationship. I'm going to check in with you guys periodically. Almost a year. 9 degenerate poker players living together, no fist fights. It's bound to happen.
I've cycled through a bunch of different people. I mean, people don't stay that long. I have one guy now. He's made, I don't know, maybe like 120,000 or something like that. He's the guy who plays 10 and a quarter with me, and he's just, you know, getting to the point where he's ready to play on his own. So how can you? I don't want to. You don't have to give away details like this if you don't want to. But maybe it's already known in these threads. How much of what percentage do you get of the guys up front? I initially start by taking 50% because I'm doing a lot of work,
right?
And you know it's a pretty standard deal to take 50%. But I want to keep staking these people, so the better they do, the bigger the cut I give them, up to 2/3. So they'll be making 66% to my 33, depending on how much money they've made.
And most of these guys go indie after how long? Do they go indie or do they bust poker? Like, what's the main reason they leave?
I guess it's having their own role.
So most of them aren't busting or getting fired from the poker house. Most of them are actually running it up and saying, hey, you know, I want to go indie. I had the one guy go crazy. I've had a couple people go indie, and I had one person just like not have passion for poker. Right. He just went. One guy actually just like ventured out into the wilderness.
Yes.
And he's just like hikes out in the woods every day now. Doesn't care about money. Do they ever take any of the money with them, or have you had a good job getting the money back? No, I mean I've done, aside from the one guy who dusted the 10,000. I've only had one other incident. Wow. So, I mean, this is another question. I don't know. You don't have to answer, but I mean, how do you report this as a small business owner of some sort? Yeah. And these people sign contracts and they're like partners of some sort? Well, I just do it. I just do my side, and then, you know, they do their side. So it's just like, I just count it as my income. And you're just putting them in cash games or cash games and tournaments? Pretty rarely tournaments.
it's always like a special tournament if it's going to be that, like the Millie Maker and the World Series or something like that.
Right. Because I saw you guys in Vegas during the World Series. Is that right?
You saw Randall.
Just Randall. Okay. How many? And Randall, were you out there playing on your own dime, or were you playing on Chad's dime?
Chad's dime.
And how many of the poker crew were out there?
We were all out there pretty much, right?
And
Yeah,
Randall and Chad, you're not worried having all your horses out there in Las Vegas running free with the money?
No, I'm not. You know, I get good guys. I get guys who are trustworthy. If I was worried about that, if there was potential for me to be worried about that, I would not accept them.
Okay. I've known a lot of people in poker, and a lot of them. I mean, I'm not talking about Randall here. He's obviously on the up and up, but I mean, a lot of people you meet in poker are very good at like hiding their true personality. You meet a lot of like snakes in the grass. I mean, you've only been going for not even a year yet, but
I've been going for a couple years. I've just been going at it at Maryland for a year.
And so the guys go in the casino and play, and a few people out of Maryland Live know that you know they're part of this poker crew. You get Maryland Live like bust outs and degens like bothering you all the time to be like, you know, put in the poker house and given a roll.
Oh, for sure. I mean, I just say no. Oh yeah, I recently had a guy. You know, I was talking about accepting him, and you know, we were going to go over, you know, our coaching session. And he showed up to the coaching session. I had actually already accepted him. He showed up to the coaching session an hour late, and he was just blazed out of his mind. You know, I shook his hand. I told him, you know, good game, but you got to go home, man. And he's just done.
Yeah.
He just failed the interview. Sorry.
So I got a guy in the chat, and he's incredulous that there's any money left over for the stake heap after he has to give away 50%. Playing a 500 cap 10-handed 2-5 NL. Is that what you guys are playing?
Like I said, you know, 2-5, 5-10, 10 and a quarter.
But if a guy comes in at 2-5 and he's giving you 50%, I mean, what is he going to make an hour? If he's like one of the best players in the world, what's he making an hour? $25 for himself?
An hour? Tell him what you make, TJ.
No, 25 for himself. I mean, how much? A 50 total. You got guys making like 80, 90 an hour in the 2-5 game?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can go through stretches like that here. I mean, it's just like printing money sometimes at Maryland Live 2-5.
I just the last session I played with one of my horses, I made $8K at 2-5.
500 cap too, yeah.
Yes, people just fucking throw it away.
Wow, Maryland Live must be sort of an amazing place. There's nobody in LA.
Let's hush that up a little bit.
Yeah. Oh no, games are terrible here.
Maybe so. I mean, I know that there's nobody in LA making that kind of money, because if you were making, so Randall, you're telling me you make about $100 an hour in 2-5?
No.
Oh, okay.
Some months I get up to like, you know, $75 or $80.
No, but I mean, not some months. I mean, how many hours have you put in? Have you put in 2,000 hours at that stake at least?
No, I have not. I only started in October.
So, but Chad, you got a lot of players accumulated. These players have put in 2,000 hours at 2-5. What do you think a standard win rate is there at Maryland Live?
It's so player dependent. Like, I'll have guys where their standard win rate, I would say, based on seeing them play and seeing the kind of mistakes they make or don't make. It really ranges with my guys between like $35 an hour and like 100, with the very best being 100. So and, you know, kind of average being probably around 50. Okay,
I mean, that sounds about right. I don't know. I mean, I find it a little hard to believe, but I mean, how many? I don't know the amount of hours you got that somebody's making $100 an hour in 2-5 game. That's $200,000 a year if they play full time. I've never met.
Would be, like I said, the very best. So like that's like what I would make in the game,
right?
And then the other guy who plays 10 quarter with me.
So I guess you just say that these guys you'd move up.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. I don't have anyone in there making that kind of money.
Right.
You know, we just obviously play higher, and then rarely, you know, if only 5-10 and 2-5 are running, and 5-10 looks like AIDS, you know, we'll play 2-5 or something like that. But it's pretty rare.
Yeah, I saw.
That would be my expected hourly.
I saw that was one of your terms from all my research. AIDS is when like things are bad, right?
I want to take AIDS nationwide.
What is AIDS? Is it an acronym?
No, it just means like the worst possible thing that could happen.
What's the worst thing that can happen? That sucks more than anything else.
Like when you get one out, it's just total AIDS.
Okay. So let's see here. So you, Chad, you're also mentoring these guys. Is that right? You're like their poker mentor?
If I'm going to invest all this money in them, I should definitely put in some work to improve their poker game. And it's something I enjoy. It keeps my game sharp too. So
Randall, what are some of the things he told you that put you over the top? Give us some of the secrets here.
Don't do it.
No, just one secret.
I mean, just knowing what your bets mean for each bet. Like sometimes I would just be clicking buttons back when I was playing break even 1-2, but now I have a clearly defined strategy on what my bets mean on each street and whether I'm trying to get value or bluff people. Just basic stuff like that, but it's stuff that like just blows my mind because I didn't know any of this when I was first starting out. So
Chad, what he's saying is he passed your whole thing, your whole application process from clicking buttons at 1-2. What is on this application?
Like I said, it's just the application is just to help me recognize if you're an honest person.
Right.
Do you have? Are you honest? Do you have any kind of ability to learn? That's what I really care about. Are you going to be able to improve? Or do you have a good work ethic? Are you going to put in hours? All kind of stuff like that is way more important than like, hey, it's not like I'm going to take 1-2 players who beat the game for 14 an hour, but not for 12 an hour. Like, I really don't care because for the most part, I'm just going to rip your game apart and then I'm just going to rebuild it the way I want you to play. So.
We got some people in the chat that are chomping at the bit. They want me to open the phone lines. Okay, I'm going to open the phone lines to talk to these two. Feel free to call in right now. I mean, I'm going to keep chatting with them. You don't have to call in, but everybody says they want to call in. So call in now, and I'll put you on the phone here with Chad and Randall Graves, Poker House guys. See, instantly a call. People are chomping at the bit.
Jesus.
All right, you're on with Chad and Randall Graves. I'm going to put here. Who's the caller?
This is Big Skip.
Hey, Big Skip.
Yes.
Do you know these guys? Do you know these Poker House guys?
We have encountered each other before.
Okay, and
Randall is what I like to call 6 feet 5 inches of pure sex.
It's true.
And Chad is officially my poker hero.
So, Big Skip, are you in the Poker House?
I am not in the poker house. I'm actually going to talk to Chad about an application, though.
Well, yeah. Why aren't you not in the Poker House? You play at Maryland Live?
No, I don't. I actually just encountered them from online poker forums, and we possibly engaged in 1-1 shenanigans at MGM Casino and drank a lot in Vegas a couple weeks ago.
And you can vouch that Randall Graves just kills the games. He's a crusher.
Randall Graves is a tremendous poker player.
Nice. So
he is legit.
Randall, how did you get into poker, Randall? If you're 6'5", you got this booming voice. You don't sound like a standard poker player. What made you want to, like nerd it up at the casino? Clicking buttons at 1-2.
I am not sure. That's a good question.
All right, we got another call here. Hey, you have another question, Big Skip?
Yeah, I actually have a question for these guys.
Okay, let's hear it.
If they could explain why your podcast is the second best podcast they've ever been on.
What's the best? Yeah, I want to hear. I want to listen to that one.
Take it away, Rand.
Above EV podcast, probably the second best podcast we've done. This being number one.
Oh, this is number one. See there, Big Skip? This one's number one. Above EV was number two. Above EV did not do this kind of research that I did. All right, we got another call. Let's see who we got here. Caller, you're on with Chad and Randall Graves, Poker House guys. What do you got? What's going on?
Am I on live?
Yeah. You're on. I'm talking to you. Do you think that I just showed up in your phone magically?
I don't know. You might be a magic elf.
Okay, who is this? Who am I talking to?
This is Ace Player Deluxe.
Ace Player Deluxe?
Yeah.
Are you? I see you on the forums sometime. Are you like that I like Cali Donks guy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm the black guy.
All right. What's your question, Ace Player Deluxe?
Well, I wanted to see if I can get on. I'm from Compton, and I wanted to see if I can get on with Chad.
Okay, you want to apply for the job. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do it. Live on the air right now. You are going to apply for the job. Okay, Chad and Ace Player Deluxe, like you're alone together in a room right now. Be quiet, Randall, you big fucking goof. Everybody be quiet. They're going to talk to each other, and Chad is going to do his magic. At the count of 3, 1, 2, 3, go.
Okay. Yeah, so tell me first why you want a steak, how long have you been playing, biggest strengths and weaknesses. Go.
Yeah, well, I want to make racks in your face, homie.
I knew this was going to be a mess.
Oh, yeah.
Also, like, I crush 2-5, but I don't play, but I do crush.
Story checks out.
I've been playing for 5 years, even though I don't have a bankroll.
It's a good start.
I do try to play.
So this is the black guy then. This is
big name in like the free poker games.
Was he fucking with me? This is the black guy.
No, he's pretending to be. It sounds like, but it is not him.
It's not, because that's the same story of the I Like Cali Donks guy. He has no money, he never plays, and yet somehow he crushes the games. He's on my Twitter all the time telling me he crushes the games.
That's him.
He couldn't afford the podcast. Did you hear this shit? So the ILCD guy,
I heard it.
This fucking guy, he signs up for the podcast, my podcast, with a fake fucking credit card that he stole from who knows where, and then he begs me forever for fucking, and then he says I should give him a free account because he's famous or something. I don't know. I want that guy to call in. I want to give him a piece of my mind. He probably doesn't have a phone.
He pretty is. He's like pretty much a big deal on 2 Plus 2. So, I mean, he is kind of famous. That
and a nickel will get you fucking nothing. All right. Okay, get lost. Wait, Ace Player Deluxe, you're the worst person in the world. You had a chance to get staked in the fucking poker house and hang out with these baller guys every day, and you fucked it up miserably. It was worthless.
No, I know these clowns. I don't want to hang out with them.
Oh, you actually know? Okay, you know them. So give me some inside dirt then. If you prove that you know them, tell me something that they're afraid to tell me.
Ooh, okay. Chad likes strawberry drinks.
Oh, fucking A. You're done. That was it.
Like strawberry drinks.
You are done. Goodbye. Okay, somebody else. I want somebody to call in who really does know these guys. The phone lines are open right now. Or the other thing I want to call in is somebody who's actually serious about getting staked. You know who I want to call in right now more than anything in the world is Brandon Uhl. Brandon Uhl, I'm talking to you right now if you're out there, my little buddy. This is your chance. This is way better than getting staked by the guy who said he was staking you but never gave you any money and just wanted you to give him 50% of the money that you won. This is way better. This is a real staking deal. This guy is actually going to give you money to play with. Okay, we got a call. All right, caller. It's a poker sesh. You're on the air with Randall Graves and Chad. What's going on?
What's going on, Abe?
That's what I just asked you.
Niall.
Okay, this is off to a horrible start. What's your name?
This is Niall.
Oh, this is Niall? Oh my God, it's fucking Niall! Ah! Niall, please, if there's a fucking God in heaven, you are sitting there with RoboCop right now, 2 hats, Brandon Uhl.
Well, I can try to merge him in and call him. Yes,
merge. Yeah, just tell him to call me.
Okay, hold on. Let me try to bring him in there.
I knew this was going to be horrible. Okay, this is a mess. Chad, Randall, I'm very sorry about how this is going right now, but it's worth it. Niall, he is Brandon Uhl's poker mentor. Like Chad is Randall's poker mentor, except for one difference. He doesn't give him any fucking money ever under any circumstances. Okay, that's the one. The other difference is that Niall has the world's shiniest head. And I can just tell from listening to you two that neither of you have a really, really shiny head like him. Niall, you still there?
Bad news.
What?
He forgot to charge his phone.
Oh, fuck my life. He is so fucking worthless. This is the one time.
I tried.
This is the one time.
He blew it.
He blew it. You're right, Randall. He fucking blew it.
I do have a question.
Okay,
I
okay,
do
Poker
have a
Mentor, ask your question.
My question is, okay, so you guys have ridiculously high win rates in the 2-5. What's the win rate in the 5-10 game and the 10 and a quarter game over there?
Well,
my sample size is probably too
small. Yeah, Randall's sample size is pretty small, but what are you making so far?
170. 510.
170 at 510. I honestly have no idea.
170 at 510?
Yes.
And then I have no. My sample size of 510 is probably pretty small too. I mainly just play the 10 quarter, and mine is. I mean, I'd have to check like 400.
So
$400 an hour in 1025.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow. Is Maryland Live, is this the softest casino that you've ever played? Because these numbers are really, really high. I've never heard, like, is Maryland Live just the softest casino there in the country right now?
You know what? Mine, because I just did mine not long ago, and it was 400, was 1025 plus. So occasionally they get off a bigger game, and that's included too, which skews it a little bit. But yeah, I mean, it's a great casino. I just played 100, 200 four-handed the other day with a guy named Dumpster Joe, Helmuth, and Brian Hastings, and that was fun. They got 100, 200 off a couple other times before then. 25, 50 got off for like the Poker Night in America game, and you're just playing against like tournament players, which Limon, I know you and we share the same respect for tournament players.
Well, yeah.
Which is not.
Okay, so Randall, you make $170 an hour playing 510. That's $340,000 a year for a full-time player. I think you could buy the poker house if that was true. I'm finding. I don't know if you guys have done the math on these numbers. They seem a little out there.
Well, like I said,
what are you guys using to track? What are you guys using to track this? Are you using poker?
I use poker income on my phone.
Randall uses poker income.
Okay. And now, is this before tips and whatnot, or do you like factor in the other stuff?
Neil, fucking tips don't. Neil, what the fucking before tips? If the guy's making $170 an hour, he doesn't give a fuck about tips. Before tips, no, Neil, he's making $169 an hour after tips. Why? What? How did I let you take over my show? This is fucking horrible. Neil,
I'm really curious.
I need you to call Robo, right? I need you to drive over to his house and give him a working phone. Is that possible?
All right, well, let me. I'll hold you. We can call him, and they can leave a message for him, and let him know to call back.
Neil, I need you to. I take back everything I said about you. Your questions were great. I love you like a brother. Your shiny head is the light of my life, and I need you right now to get RoboCop on this phone to apply for this job. I need that to happen.
All right, well, you want me to bring on his voicemail and try to call him again?
I'm going to kill myself. Yes, whatever it takes, brother. You are like the Rambo of this job right now. I'm putting you 100% in charge of this. No, have your wife call him.
Hold on, let me try to call him one more time.
Okay. So back to Randall and I can't really question the win rate of Chad, the poker house leader, because he makes $400.
Let me preface it that I've run pretty damn well at 510 since I started playing it.
What do you guys think a standard 510? You have 8 horses. They're all playing full time. 8 or 9 horses. They're all playing full time. You're getting in 360 hours a week. That means you're getting in, like 18,000 hours a year? At 18,000 hours a year, I would guess, Chad, at $18,000 a year, being the businessman you are, you would have these hourly rates down to the penny at 18,000 hours a year at each level. So I mean, give us some real hourlies here.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, they're different for every person. So I mean, there's going to be someone with a certain skill level who I'm going to expect to make like $50 or $60 an hour at 5'10".
Yeah.
And then
what are you up to, Robo?
Oh, hey, there's Robo.
Just chilling at the house.
Hey, Abe had me bring you on the Limon show. They have some questions for you.
Robo.
Well,
I need to talk to you right now. Brandon, I have the greatest I have a great deal for you right now. Are you ready?
The headmaster.
What?
Brandon, have you ever heard of Kid Dynamite?
No.
Have you ever heard of Randall Graves?
Yeah.
Okay, you've heard of Randall Graves. Good.
I don't know who he is.
But you've heard of him. You don't know who he is, but you've heard of him.
Yeah.
Of course, that's the way it works. If you don't know who somebody is, you've heard of him. Okay.
Yeah.
This guy is one of the biggest poker stakers in all of the United States of America, according to what he's telling me. He has a house filled with poker players that he pays mountains of money to play at Maryland Live, and he's looking for top-notch players to apply for this job. Is that something you'd be interested in?
Maybe.
Oh my God. That's a good start.
Yeah, this is a great start. Now, okay, Robo, how would you rate your skill level on 5'10", no limit?
9.
A 9 out of what?
9.
10.
Okay, 9 out of 10. Okay. Robo, do you want to talk to this guy who's one of the biggest stakers going? I'll let you two talk to each other and apply for the job of his horse.
What? Not on the line, show.
What's wrong with being on the line?
God, it's a bit too private to be doing job interviews.
No, this isn't a drunk interview. Who's drunk?
I thought you said there was a job interview.
Oh, it's a job interview. Yes, this is a job interview. But
it's a drunk job interview. Yeah.
You're too tired for a job interview? Why are you too tired?
Yeah, I was sleeping.
Well, now you're awake. You might as well make it worth your while. You got woken up.
No, I don't.
So you're telling me right now, Robo, that you'd rather go to sleep. When you find out who this guy is, Robo, when you look up Kid Dynamite later, you are going to want to kill yourself for fucking this up so badly.
Robo, right now at Maryland Live, they're making $170 an hour in 5'10" in this game.
Oh, 5'10" no limit?
Yeah, 5'10" no limit.
$170 an hour in Maryland Live.
Limit.
Oh, but you have to get away. Yeah, you have to half your profits, though?
You get $85 an hour.
This guy is going to be your poker mentor, your new poker mentor, Robo, and he's going to stake you in the biggest games if you'll do the job interview.
Oh.
Oh, look at him wake up. So do you want to do this job interview or not?
What?
Robo, do you want to do the job interview?
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Yes.
Wait, so I have to completely move there? I don't get it.
Well, we don't know yet.
They have a poker house.
You haven't even gotten the job yet. Why are you worrying about this shit? You live in Las Vegas now. That's no dream.
Okay.
Okay, so you moved to Maryland. Maryland's great. They have all the shit you love. They got tons of Jell-O. They got BJ's fucking pizzeria. Everything that you love is there. There's no girls. It's perfect. And you're going to live in this poker house with 8 guys, some of them who are huge, like 6'5", giant good-looking guys, if you can get this job. Are you prepared?
Oh, okay.
Are you prepared for this job?
What?
Do you want to take the job interview?
Oh, okay, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's not guaranteed I'm going to move there or whatever.
Let's not get the cart ahead of the horse. Jesus Christ, you're always stepping on your own dick. Now, okay, I'm going to put you on with Chad. Is that okay?
Okay.
And he's gonna give you the interview. Okay, Chad, give RoboCop the job interview.
Okay, RoboCop. Well, first, I usually ask people's full name and age, and I would do a background check on that. But if Limon says you're okay, we'll go ahead and skip that part.
Ask him his full name and age.
Okay, give me your full name and age.
Brandon Michael Yule, and turn 24 next month.
So you're 23.
Yeah.
Okay. So give me your biggest strength and your biggest weakness in poker.
I think biggest strength is that's a good question. Biggest strength is probably the fundamentals.
The fundamentals, you said?
Yeah.
Okay. What's your biggest weakness?
The value bet sizing is a little bit too small. And,
you say your bet sizing is a little bit too small?
Value bet sizing is a little too small. That's his biggest weakness.
Yeah.
Don't you think that's kind of a fundamental thing? Don't you think bet sizing too small?
What'd you say?
Don't you think like your sizing is pretty much as fundamental as it gets?
Well,
Jesus.
What do you consider fundamentals?
Brandon, you know Bart Hansen? Bart Hansen is he's right here right now. He says you're blowing this interview. You need to get the energy up, buddy. Bart knows these guys. Okay, get the energy up. Okay, ask him another question, Chad.
Okay, so why do you need a stake? If you're good at poker, why don't you have your own money?
Brandon, what happened? You fall asleep? Brandon, he asked you, why do you need a stake? What's the answer?
Oh, because my bankroll isn't the big games at the moment.
Brandon, speak louder. You're mumbling. What happened to your bankroll?
Oh, I made some bad investments in the past that hurt my bankroll, where it's not big enough to play in the biggest games.
Okay, what were your investments in?
Yeah.
You invested in playing video poker. That's what you invested in.
Yeah.
That was a bad idea.
All right, so I would not call that an investment, but
okay, you're doing okay. You're doing better now, Brandon. Just talk a little bit louder. Here comes Chad. He's coming back. Answer the question louder.
Yeah, I don't have good reception at the house.
Well, just talk louder.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, Chad. Go on. This is amazing.
Oh my God. What else did I ask on it?
I don't fucking know.
Oh my God. Oh yeah, what kind of staking deal are you looking for? What kind of cut are you expecting?
Just a standard 50-50 of makeup.
Okay, would you take less?
No.
Brandon,
Okay.
who's your current backer? What's his name?
I don't have one. He just dropped me.
Oh, he just dropped you. See, so Brandon, your current backer just dropped
What?
you. You need to get the energy up here, buddy.
Okay.
Huh?
What?
Why did your current backer drop you?
Wait. What did you say?
I said, why did your current backer drop you?
Well, we just kind of agreed to cut terms because it didn't seem like he had the time for all this. Because he was in Macau for a year and he had a family and whatnot. And he just, it just wasn't working out.
You agreed to cut terms, really. It doesn't sound like you agreed to cut terms. Sounds like he's in Macau and he said, get lost, Brandon. That's what it sounds like.
Yeah, did you make money on your last stake?
No, that's not what it sounded like.
Okay, all right.
No, I ended up, quarter alone, but I did good at 5'10", so I ended up losing a small amount.
What stakes were you playing?
5'10", 10-20, and like 2-5 PLO.
Okay, Brandon.
How many hours?
Wait, hold on. This isn't working. I got to help Brandon out. Brandon, right now, are you ready?
Yeah.
I want you to tell...
What'd you say?
Brandon, are you ready? I want you to tell these guys why you should be staked by them. I want you to give an impassioned speech. I want you to reach down between your legs, grab the sack, and I want you to tell them why you deserve to be staked. Go now.
Oh, okay. I deserve to be staked because I exploit players' weaknesses, and I know how to game select well. I know how to I know the fundamentals to play good hands in position and hold bad hands out of position. And I don't tilt. I have good mental energy to.
Good mental energy, Brandon. Why are you saying you have good mental energy? You could barely talk on the phone. What is your mental energy right now? Is horrible.
What are you talking about? It's perfect.
You like that? Okay, so will you stake him?
I want you to call me before bed every night. You'll put me straight to sleep.
Brandon, tell me, why are you so tired? Why were you asleep in the middle of the day?
What? Oh, why was I asleep in the middle of the day? Because I couldn't get
Jesus Christ.
What? Taking a nap.
Brandon, okay. Brandon, you when you listened back to this, you are going to want to die because you were on the phone with the biggest stakers ever, and you're out of it. You sound like you're on drugs or something. Are you on drugs right now, Brandon?
Because I told you I was sleeping. No, I'm not on drugs. I don't do drugs.
Okay, we're waking. Okay, ask him some more questions, Chad.
Oh, that's actually one of my questions that I asked. I forgot. Is do you do any drugs?
No, I don't do any drugs. I don't do cigarettes. I don't drink. I don't drink alcohol. I don't do any drugs, except secondhand cigarette smoke from the stupid idiots that are in the casino. That's all.
This is going better now. This is going way better. I think you're turning them, Brandon. I think you're turning them for sure. All right. One more. Give him a couple more questions now about his life.
How many push-ups can you do in 2 minutes?
I've never really tried. I don't know.
What's your how's your work ethic?
Poker is the best, but two things probably needs to improve on.
How many hours do you say you've spent?
Work ethic.
How many hours do you have you spent like studying the game?
Probably at least a fourth of the time of the hours that I spend on the table I use setting off the help.
How many hours is that?
Probably like hours a week.
I think this is pretty good. I like your guys' questions. I'm convinced now that Chad has actually done this interview before. These are all really good questions. I don't know what's going on with Robo today. He's got no energy. Hey, Robo, have you had your Powerade yet?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, I think you need the Powerade, man. Something's going on. Hey, Robo, when you have more energy, do you want to like apply with these guys?
I'd be interested.
You don't sound interested.
No, I'm interested.
All right.
Because about Limon, you're not the most professional person or whatever. So I don't know if you're like setting me up or just to embarrass me.
No, I'm giving you these guys are actual stakers.
Oh, okay.
Why would I have you on with a fake?
I appreciate it.
Thank you. Now that was the smartest thing you've done since this call started. You need to say thank you to me a lot more often, because I'm always doing something to try and help you, and you're never believing that I'm trying to help you, and then you're always fucking apologizing later.
Okay. Yeah. I appreciate your thoughts and concerns.
So do you guys ever get out to Las Vegas, Randall Graves and Chad?
Yeah, I mean, we spend the World Series out there, and that's it. So we get like a house for the World Series, and then
Poker House 2.0 out on the West Coast.
All right. Well, the next time you're out there, I'm gonna hook you up with RoboCop.
Sounds great.
We're gonna make sure that he's awake. Okay, Robo. Thanks for coming on the show, Robo.
Okay.
It was great.
Right,
it was fucking amazing. It was spellbinding.
Sorry, I don't have enough energy today, but another day probably.
How do you not have energy? You're like a 23. How old are you? You're 23 and
I just woke up from my nap. I wasn't fully awake. I told you. My
nap?
mentor woke me up.
23-year-olds don't take fucking naps. 80-year-old men take naps.
Oh,
Jesus
Limon.
Christ. All right. Robo, are you still playing video poker? Or did you stop?
I'm still playing, but I probably shouldn't be playing.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Why are you still playing video poker?
Because Alan Kessler has been pointing out some really good plays or whatever.
Alan Kessler has been pointing out good plays at video poker? There are no good plays at video poker!
Limon, no, this play was $100 an hour.
There are no good plays! Alan Kessler's not pointing out good plays! There's no human there, Robo. It's a fucking computer.
AIDS.
Oh, my
AIDS.
Robo, you're killing me. I'm trying to help you right now, and then later you're going to say, oh, Abe, Lyman, you were so mean to me. But I'm not being mean to you. I'm being nice to you. Alan Kessler is not giving you plays. So repeat after me, Robo. Alan Kessler is not giving me plays. Repeat it.
I haven't heard the play. The knife involved.
Robo, repeat after me. Alan Kessler is not giving me plays.
Alan Kessler is not giving me plays.
Yes! 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 Okay, Robo, I'm going to hang up right now because anything we do past that will fuck this up. That was beautiful.
Okay.
You go back and finish your nap, all right?
Okay.
All right, talk to you later.
All right.
Oh, Jesus, it's so fucking hard. You can lead that horse to water, but he never drinks. At least he finally repeated something. I always try and get him to repeat things. He won't repeat them. But he did repeat, Alan Kessler is not giving me plays, which will save him about $50,000. Okay, the phone lines are open again, guys. We're coming near the end of the show. We got another call right away. All right.
All right.
All right. You're on Sesh with this Chad and Randall. Who's this?
Hey, this is Chris.
Hey, Chris.
Oh God.
What do you got what are we talking about here, brother?
Well, I've known them for a bit. So you had said call in if anyone knows these two fellows. So I wanted to call in, and let you what you want to know.
Is there story? Is this all true, or is this are they embellishing?
No, this is all true. 100%, all of it is.
And where do you know them from?
I actually live in the house.
Oh, well, you're the worst source ever. This is horrible. No, you live in the house. Of course you're going to say that. You're on the guy's bankroll. It's like, if I'm Ice Cube or Ice T and I got my whole harem of girls, they're not going to call in. I'm going to give them the bitch slap when I get home. You're not going to say anything. You're not going to give me the real dope.
Well, of course I am. Well, what do you want to know about these two guys?
So, how do you guys handle all of the domestic situations? Girls coming in and out, parties, maybe smoking some weed or drinking here and there, guys using the bathroom too long. How do you handle all this with 8 guys in one house?
We had a girl come in today and did all my laundry and clean the whole house for free.
Oh, for free.
Yep.
How did you manage that?
Life is good, man. I just want to do my laundry, I guess.
Wait. Oh, wait. I've got some dirt. Some guy says that you got thrown out of a Three Rivers casino in Pittsburgh. Is this true?
They don't want me to play there anymore.
So how'd that happen?
I think I had one in the month of Rivers only spreads 1-3.
Okay.
So very rarely a bigger game goes. But when a bigger game goes, it's usually like 10-25, or at least that's how it was at the time.
Right.
I was staking. There was 5 of us in the room, and like occasionally on the weekend, like 1-3 mandatory straddle would go. And so they had multiple of us in the same game because it's a really small room.
Right.
And we were just like destroying the room. And it wasn't like a secret that I was staking these guys.
Right.
And people just complained about it. And so they just, told me that they did not want my action anymore in the room. And I won like over, I think it was like in January of that year, I had won over 100K in that room. And this is at like 1-3. And then obviously I played the 10 quarter when it ran too. That ran like 3 times the entire month. And I took out over, like collectively, like all of us horses took out over 100K, which is a whole lot of money for that room to lose.
Right.
And then, with people complaining that I was staking other people, and they never like accused me of collusion or anything. They just said they no longer wanted my action. And like the best thing that happened to me, because that room was, they were like incompetent.
They were it.
Yeah, they were. It was like the most. I mean, I don't want to say anything bad about them, but
well, they threw you out. Say something bad.
I mean, I was not heartbroken to leave.
So, but why don't you have this okay, you got 9 guys and yourself at Maryland Live. If you guys are pulling the hourlies that you're claiming here, you guys are probably pulling 4 and 9. You guys are probably pulling a couple million a year out of that room. How can that not be like this a huge sucking noise whenever you guys walk in?
Well, I mean, first off, the room hasn't even been open it's been open for a year.
Right.
And I haven't staked 9 people in that room for a year. So I've just accepted new applications. Some of the guys I have are new. I have 4 new ones. And then of the old ones, or the like more seasoned ones I have, not everyone has the win rate they do now. They didn't have those win rates, when the place first opened. Randall, for example, I think how much you were like on a nice downer when you first started.
Yeah, I started off down pretty big.
He was pretty good when he first started, good for the game, and then now he's got his shit together and he's a great player now. But I mean, I guess just the volume of it. This room hasn't been open long enough to really care.
That's amazing. I mean, Los Angeles has a huge poker culture here. Giant casinos. I don't know if you've ever been to LA. Have you been to LA?
I've been to LA. My sister lives there, but I've not played in Commerce.
Yeah, if you had 9 guys from a house coming in Commerce and pulling a couple of $1 million out of the top section games, it would be like nothing the city has ever seen before. And so it's just crazy that this Maryland Live place must be like Disneyland. It must be the most amazing place in the world. And you can play online there too?
No online. But, I mean, you think here we have D.C. right here, lowest unemployment in the country, lots of government jobs. You have Baltimore right there, lots of money in Baltimore. You have Northern Virginia, and then you get people that come from New York. And then you also have, like, some people make the trip to here instead of Borgata from Jersey. So, I mean, there's plenty of money. And also, it's not like we're taking, like, millions out of the top games. I'm taking a whole lot of money out of 2-5.
Okay.
So people's like $500 disposable incomes, those games are never going to die. And that's actually why I got into staking, is because I noticed, it's part of the reason I expanded on staking, I should say, because, the highest games dry up.
Right. They sure do.
And I don't want to I don't want to play 2-5. So I often don't even go down to the casino.
You hear that? Did you hear that, Randall? He's saying your job is shit. That's what he's saying.
He gets to move up, he gets to play 5-10.
He's saying,
hey, well enough there, he gets to play 10 quarter.
That job is shit, but it works for you, though.
Yeah, and I noticed when I was playing 2-5 and stuff, there's just infinite money to be made. Those games are not going to dry up. People are going to have $500 to throw away for a long, long time. People aren't always going to have $20,000 to throw away on the weekend. Some people always will, but they'll get sick of playing and they'll get sick of losing, and or they'll just run out of money. Those games dry up at the 2-5. I can't ever imagine poker dying in the sense of like live low stakes. So if I can just make a little bit of everyone else's 2-5 and teach them how to play, and I'm basically just teaching people how to play. For live, it's considered maniacal to just play like standard tag poker, but I mean, I'm like a slightly aggressive tag.
Right.
Is just like enough to kill those games. None of these people study poker. None of these people know what they're doing. No offense to all my 2-5 people that are feeding all my horses $500 at a time. But they're all rec players.
Hey, I mean, I can't argue with you. I mean, I've never been to the place. I don't know anything about it. What you
I'm
guys
sure it's
say?
The same way in LA. It's not like the 2-5s are going to be tough out there. They're not tough anywhere in the world.
No, they're definitely not tough. But there's and the 5-10s aren't tough either. But there's nobody in Los Angeles making $340,000 a year in 5-10. I mean, there just isn't. I mean, I hang out, I golf with the best players, and that's just not attainable. Maybe there's one guy who's doing it. I don't know, but there's a whole house of guys. There's a whole house of guys making $340,000 a year in 5-10. It would be a disaster. I mean, either A, you'd all get barred from the casino for life, and it wouldn't take that long, or B, the entire player pool would just dry up. I mean,
like I said, we don't have 9 people doing that.
Right.
Be nice if, trust me, it'd be fucking nice if I did.
Right.
I have guys playing 2-5. I have some guys, making $35 an hour, and they're kind of capped, and they're never going to be great players, but they make me money, so they stay.
Right.
And then have there's I consider myself near the top, and then I consider one of my other players near the top, and we're so when we're like quoting these hourlies, there's like 2 of us at the top tier. Who can achieve these hourlies, and I would say those to my other horses. I was like, here, if you work hard, if you study, you do everything I say, you can obtain this.
Right.
So I use those as benchmarks, but they're not what everyone makes.
Well, I'm really glad you guys came on. I actually had a good time, and I thought this was a good conversation. I didn't know what I was getting into, but I really liked this. Do you want me to do you want to say anything for people to get a hold of you? Are you looking for applicants right now?
I just accepted new people, and I have a long list of people afterwards. But I mean, if they check my PG&C on 2+2, I have a link to my application there. Anyone can submit one at any time, but if they're looking for one soon, it's going to have to be a really sexy application for me to consider it, because I'm just busy.
You hear that, RoboCop? Sexy application, RoboCop. You hear that?
Set it up, man. Get some lipstick on that application. Give it a kiss. Send it in the mail.
Well, I honestly want to have you guys on again sometime, because I enjoyed this regardless of whether the people listening did. I think the people listening did. We're getting tons of good feedback in the chat. I want to have you guys on again sometime. I'm really glad you came. Unfortunately, we've run out of time. You have anything closing you want to say, or are we going to call it a day?
No, man, I love the show. I would love to come back.
Love to be back.
Well, thank you very much. And I guess, guys, that's going to be it for the old poker sesh today. I hope everybody enjoyed themselves. Got some good information there. I'm supposed to have some out music here, but I think I accidentally closed the thing that plays music.
Yeah, fuck it.
Fuck it. Who cares? I'll do it live. Okay, we'll see you guys all next week. Thanks, everybody.
See you later.
See ya.